All right, everybody, it's time now for the next part of my holiday special. I haven't recorded in a while, but I'm ready to do it now. It's time for the card show money cards game. Let's see how much cash I can win. $3 and $200. Your first card's a 6. Change that card with number 2. Number 2. 6 is now an 8. Move right up the middle. All right, I'll bet $50 lower. $50 lower than the 8. No. Down to 150. All of it lower. 150 lower than the 8. You got it. 300. All of it higher. 300 higher than the 3. Yes. 600. We're going to move the jack up and give you another $400. You now have $1,000. Okay, I'm going to bet half of it. $500 lower. $500 lower than the jack it is. $1,500. All of it higher. $1,500 higher than the 3. You got it. $3,000. All of it lower. $3,000 lower than the queen. You got it again. $6,000. You gotta bet at least $3,000 of it. Okay, I'm gonna bet half of the money. $3,000 lower. $3,000 lower than the jack. Push. That's all right. No win, no loss. You end up with $6,000. Not a bad beginning. Okay, let's do this once for that. Here we go. Cards in the Delta. $200. Your first card's a 10. Change it with number 2. Number 2. The 10 is now a 3. All of it higher. 200 higher than the 3. You got it. 400. Okay, I'm going to bet $50 lower. $50 lower than the 8. No. Down to $350. All of it lower. $350 lower than the king to push. No win, no loss. Still have $350. We're going to move the king up. And we're going to give you another $400. $750. All of it lower. $750 lower than the king. You're right. $1,500. All of it higher. $1,500 higher than the 5. Yeah. $3,000. Okay, let's go. $1,500 lower. $1,500 lower than the jack. It is. $4,500. You gotta bet at least $2,750. You gotta bet at least 17. You gotta bet at least half of it, which is $2,250. Okay, I want to change that card with number 1. Number 1. The 7 is now a queen. All of it lower. $4,500 lower than the queen. No. 0. All right, let's start again. Dealt the cards. 200. Your first card's a jack. I will bet $100 lower. $100 lower than the jack. It is. 300. All of it higher. $300 higher than the juice. You got it. 600. All of it lower. Yeah, 600 lower than the ace. You're right. $1,200. We're gonna move the three up and give you another $400. $1,600 is what you have. All of it higher. 1,600 higher than the three. You got it. 3,200. I want to change that card with number two. Number two. The 6 is now with 3. Good card. All of it higher. $3,200 higher than the 3. You got it. 6,400. All of it lower. 6,400 lower than the ace. Right. 12,800. You gotta bet at least 6,400 of it. All of it higher. 12,800 higher than the 3. You got it. $25,600. $2. First card system. Change to number one. You will change the card. Better. $100 lower. 100 lower than the. That's the shirt you're wearing on. See if it needs to be ironed. If it doesn't need to be ironed, I'm gonna give it. It is. All of it higher. Higher than the news. You got it. 600. All of it higher. 5. You got it. 1,200. We're gonna move the 10 up and give you another $400. You now have $1,600. I want to change that card with number 3. Number 3. 10 is now at 8. What are you gonna do? $800 lower. $800 lower than the 8. It is 2,400. Okay, let's do it. $1,200 higher. $1,200 higher than the 5. It is 3,600. Ooh, half of it is 18. So let's go for it. $1,800 lower. 1,800 lower than the 8. No. You're down 1,800, but you have a good card. All of it lower. You got 3,600. $200 your first currency jack. That's an iffy card. $100 lower. $100 lower than the jack. It is 300. Okay, I'm gonna go all of it higher. 300 higher than the 4. Yeah. 600. All of it lower. 600 lower than the king. You got it. $1,200. We're gonna move the jack up. Give you another $400. You now have $1,600. All right. $800 lower. $800 lower than the jack. It is 2,400. Okay, let's go. Half of it. $1,200 higher. $1,200 higher than the 4. It is 3,600. All of it lower. 3,600 lower than the queen. You got it. 7,200. The 10 becomes your new base card. Let's move it up here to the big bet. Let's change that card with number 2. Number 2. The 10 is now an ace. All of it lower. 72 on the lower than the ace. You're right. 14,400. Alright, we do the cards. $200 in first card's a 10. Change that card with number 1. Number 1. 10 is now a deuce. All of it higher. $200 higher than the deuce. You got it. 400. Okay, we're going to go $200 lower. $200 lower than the 10. No. You're down to $200. Oh, 100 lower. 100 lower than the jack. It is 700. We're going to move the 7 up and give you another $400. So you now have $700. Okay, I like to change that card with number 3. Number 3. 7 is now a 5. Okay. 350 high. 5, you got it. 1,050. Okay, we're gonna go 525. Then it is lower. 525 lower than the 8. You got it. 1575. All of it higher. 1575 higher than the deuce. You got it. 3150. You got it at least 1525 of it. 1575 of it. Change that card with number 2. Alright, you got it. Remember I said you got it at least 1725. 17. 1725 lower. 1725 lower than the 8. No. But that's all right. You held back. 1,420 is what you walk away with. That's okay. 200 your first card's a jack. Okay, well, the jack's a little bit iffy, so we're going to go $100 lower. $100 lower than the jack. It is 300. Change that card with number 2. Number 2. 8 is now an 8 again. All right, I'm going to bet 150 lower. 150 lower than the 8. It is 450. Okay. Yeah. 225 higher. 225 higher than the 7. It is 675. I'm gonna move the 9 up. Give me another 400. 1,075. Change that card with number 3. Alright, the 9 is now a 5. 1,075.
You have a shirt that needs to be ironed or anything while I'm ironing?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. Okay, just good night.
$500. Alright. Yes.
Honey, if you don't know how to wear Vicks, please don't put it on. Because there's too much fucking Vicks in this room.
15 $200 lower. $200 lower than the 8. It is $1,775. Well, gonna go for it again. $200 higher. $200 higher than the 6, right? 1975. Gotta get at least half of it. Gutsy move, but all of it lower. 1975 lower than the jet? No. You went for it. Had to go for it. That's alright. Still making money. The cards, 200 first cards are 7. Change him with number 2. Number 2. The 7 is now a king. All of it lower. $200 lower than the king. You got it. 400. Okay, I'm gonna bet $200 lower. $200 lower than the 8. No. You're down to 200. All right, let's go half. $100 lower. $100 lower than the 9. It is. 300. We're gonna move the 4 up. They give you another $400. You now have $700. All of it higher. 700 higher than the 4. You got it. 1,400. Change it with number 1. Number 1. The 6 is now an 8. Okay, $700 lower. $700 lower than the 8. No. You're down to 700. All of it lower. 700 lower than the king. You got it. 1,400. You got it, man. At least 700 of it. All of it higher. All right, 1,400 higher than the 5. There it is. $2,800. $200 first cards of 5. Okay, let's go for it. All of it higher. $200 higher than the 5. Yes, it is. 400. All of it lower. 400 lower than the queen. You got it. 800. All of it higher. 800 higher than the deuce. You're right. 1,600. We're going to move the 7 up. And give you another $400. 2,000 is what you have. I'd like to change that card. Which one? Number 2. Number 2. 7 is down. 9. Ooh, I should have used that one. $1,000 lower. $1,000 lower than the 9 it is. 3,000. Okay, I'm gonna go 1,500 higher. 1,500 higher than the 5 it is. 4,500. All of it lower. 4,500 lower than the king. Push. No win, no loss to a 4,500. You gotta make at least half of it. All of it lower. 4,500 lower than the king. Oh! The only card that would do that there, yeah. Here we go. We did get $200. Here's first cards at 3. All of it higher by 200 higher than the 3. You got it. 400. All of it lower. 400 lower than the queen. Push. No win, no loss to a 400. All of it lower. 400 lower than the queen. No. I'm going to move the king up. Give me 400 back. Start all over again. All of it lower. 400 lower than the king. You got it. 800. Card lower. The queen. You got it. 1,600. Alright, I'll bet $800 that is lower. $800 lower than the jack. You got it. 2,400. Gotta bet at least 1,200 of it. All of it higher. Yeah, for $4,800 it is. Yeah, cards. Let's call 200 is a jack. All right, all of it lower. $200 lower than the jack. No, that will cost you 200, but we're gonna move the ace up. Give you 400. Let's make some money. Lower all of it. 400 lower than the ace. You got it. 800. I want to change that card with number 2. 7 is now a 3. All right, all of it higher. And a 3, you got it. 1,600. All right, I'll bet $800 lower. $800 lower than the 10. You're right. 2,400. Gotta bet at least 1,200 of it. Let's go for it. All of it higher. 2,400 higher than the board. There you are. Another $4,800. 100 points. Not bad. Cards. 200. Your first card's a 4. All right, all of it higher. Higher than the board for $200. Oh, well, we move the deuce up. Give it a 400. Do it again. All of it higher. So the deuce. There you go. 800. Change it. Number 2. Number 2. 8 is now an 8 again. 4. I'm sorry. $400 lower. 400 lower than the 8 push. Ooh, no win, no loss. 12,800. Come on, $400 lower. And then the 8, right. 1,200. All of it higher. Yeah, you gotta be higher than that 3. It is. $2,400 more dollars. So, 200. Your first card's a queen. All of it lower. $200 lower than the queen. You got it. 400. Let's do it. $200 lower. $200 lower than the jack. No. You're down to 200. All of it lower. $200 lower than the queen. You got it. 400. We're going to move the 9 up now and give you the other 4. 4. 800. I want to change that card. Number 2. Number 2. 4. Let's go on. Boy, you got it. 1,600. $800. The next card is lower. And lower than 10. You're right. 24. All of it higher. 2,400 higher than the 4. It is. 4,800. Now, the 8 becomes the new base card. Moving up the big bet. You gotta bet at least 2,400 of it. Change that card, number 1. Oh, jack. Okay, let's go half of it. $2,400 lower. 2,400 lower than the jack. Push. Ooh, no win, no loss. That is enough. You still end up with $4,800. $200 first cards attack. Change it. Number 1. Number 1. Queen. All of it lower. 200 lower than the queen. It is. 400. Okay, let's go half of it. $200 lower. $200 lower than the 8. No.
Jesse.
All of it lower. Okay, so push. Oh, wait, no, lost it. 200. We're going to move the king up. Add another $400. You know, 600. All of it lower. 600 lower than the king. Right. 1200. 600 higher. Higher than the $5 for $1,200. It is 2400. All of it lower. 2100 lower than the jack. It is 4800. Move the 7 up to the big bet. You gotta bet at least 48, 2400 of it. Change that card, number 3. Okay, I'm gonna bet half of the money, 2400 higher. $2,400 higher than the 5. There you go. $7,200. Not bad. So, $200. Your first card's a 6. Change it with number 1. No. Ace. All of it lower. 200 lower than the ace. You got it. 400. Go for it. All of it lower. 400 lower than the jack. It is 800. All right. $400 lower. $400 lower than the 10. No. You're down to 400, but we're going to move the queen up. Give me the other 400. So now you're up to $800. All of it lower. 800 lower than the queen. You got it. All of it higher. 1600 higher than the deuce. You're right. 3200. Change it. Number 3. Number 3. 9 is now a 7. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna bet half of it. 1600 higher. $1,600 higher than the 7. It is 4,800. So queen becomes your new base card. Moving up to the big bet. You gotta bet at least 2,400 of it. All of it lower. 4,800 lower than the queen. No. Man. Yeah. 200 first cards a 6. Change it to number 1. Queen. Good card. All of it lower. 200 lower than the queen. Right. 4. All of it higher. 4 higher than the deuce. You got it. All of it lower. And the ace of right again. 16. What a 3 up. Another $400. 2,000. Let it be higher. All of it. 3. Oh! The only card in the day. I don't believe it. All of it lower. Lower than the ace for $200. Push. No win, no loss. Lower again. 200, you're right. All of it higher. Higher than even $400. You got it. 800. Okay, we're going to move the 10 up. And give you another $400. You now have $1,200. Change it. Number 2. Number 2. The 10 is now a 9. Wait a minute. Okay, I'll go lower. $600 lower. 600 lower than the 9. No. Down to 600. All of it lower. It's lower than the king with $600. Right. 1,200. I will bet $600 higher. $600 higher than the 5. Push. No win, no loss. Still you $1,200. We're gonna move the 5 up. You gotta bet at least 12,600. All of it higher. $1,200 higher than the 5. No. Another 0. Come on. You want to do more cards. Jack. All of it lower. Here's lower than the Jack. For $200 bright. 400. All of it higher. 400 higher than the 3. No. Hello, all of it higher. Got it. 800. Let's change it with number 2. Four zeros in a row. 4. All of it higher. 2 are higher than a 4. No. All of it higher. What? There's a mini roll on these cards. Here we go. 200 your first cards and 10. Change in number 1. 10 is now with 6. Okay, $100 higher. $100 higher than the 6. No. You're down to $100. All of it higher than the 5. You got it. 200. All right, 100 higher. 100 higher than the 6. No. You're down to $100. Bye. We're going to move the deuce up and give you the other 400. So now you're at $500. All of it higher. Higher than the deuce. Yeah. $1,000. Change it. Number 3. 4. All right. All of it higher. 4 it is. 2,000. All of it lower. 2,000 lower than the Jack. No. Another 0. You get zeros for these cards. 200 first cards and 10. Want to change your number 1. 6. All right. Let's spend $50 higher. $50 higher than the 6. No. Down to 150. All of it higher. 150 higher than the deuce. You got it. 300. Lower. 300 lower than the queen. Yeah. 600. We're going to move the 10 up and give you another $400. 1,000 is what you have. All right, change it. Number 3. Number 3. Until it's now 6. Only worked for me last time. Works for me again. 500 higher. $500 higher than the 6. No. You're down to 500. All of it higher. 500 higher than the deuce. You got it. 1,000. All in lower. And the Jack, it is $2,000. You gotta make at least 1,000. Let's change it. Number 2. All of it lower. Please be lower for 2,000. It is $4,000. Not bad. All right, let's see what we got at the time. 200. It's a 9. Change it with number 2. Number 2. 9's now an ace. All of it lower. 200 lower than the ace. You got it. $400. Okay, let's go. 200 lower. 200 lower than the 7. No. Down to 200. All of it lower. $200 lower than the queen. You got it. 400. We're going to move the 10 up and give you another $400. You now have 8. 100 player check. Because I want to change it. Number 1. Number 1. 10 is now at 8. Ooh. 400 lower. 400 lower than the 8. No. Not a 400. All of it lower. 400 lower than the jack. Yes. 800. All of it higher. Higher than the deuce. You got it. 1600. Gotta bet at least 800 of it. All of it higher. 3. You got it. $3,200. See you on the next one, everybody.